Hello and welcome to the Gaming Chronicles. Today we will continue Shining Force 2, the Ancient Seal. So let's fire it up. And in our previous episode, we had our first victory, and we defeated the Gizmos, except of course the one that mattered, and the one that got away and possessed the king. But then Sir Astral exorcised it from the king, and now it's gone, and we don't know where it went. Well, we know where it went, but we don't know where it went. Anyway, let's see. Let's check out the attack on these guys. So normally their attack is 11. I have a chart here just to give reference. So normally their attack is 11. And normally these guys attack, the huge rat's attack is 12. So just that gives us context what we're dealing with. Alright, so their movement is 4, so that means he can come 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put Chester right here in the trees. Let's put Darian here, Sarah here. Yeah, there we go. Alright, and I'm not sure that we'll need to aggress on this battle. We'll see. We'll see. We want to just get Jayha up a few levels at least, so we might have to egress once. Yeah, we'll see about that. Let's just go ahead and attack with Sarah. Oh. Getting her non-healing experience as always. Hey, wait a minute. I thought I have the short spear equipped. Oh, I do, but well, that's embarrassing. I miscalculated how close I was. That would be cool, though, if, oh, attack by 2, fantastic. Okay, good job, Darian. That would be cool if a spear or a javelin weapon could, oh, don't die, could throw 3, could throw 3 spaces instead of just 2. But whatever, it's fine. Alrighty. It's fortunate that Jayha is already fairly, has some fairly good statistics at level 1. Alright, let's heal Sarah up so she's not gonna die. Okay, there we go. Wow. Counting to 2 is hard, apparently. For moi. Alright, very good. Alright, so he got 15 experience just for hitting him. So I think, yeah, we'll egress at least once. They're not doing too much damage on us. Alright, there we go. Alright, level 2, fantastic. Defense by 2, please. Ah, whatever. Actually, we'll let Jayha get the kill. Go. Alright, let's heal Chester. Doesn't really need the heal, but oh, we forgot to buy medical herbs for Sarah. Darn it. Alright. And as I mentioned in the first or second episode, I will be expending all of Sarah's medical herbs and MP as best I can during the first, I don't know. Ooh, ouch. During the first several battles, just so that, or maybe she does. Did I buy medical herbs? No, I didn't. I did not restock. Just so that she can start getting ahead on levels, because she will need to. Because in super difficulty, while it's not necessary to have her over leveled and have her be, you know, the OP healer that she can be, as this game allows. Rather, it's just a measure of caution that I do like to exercise, because I found that in playing through Super, oh nice, defense by 2 as well, very nice. Yeah, if you don't play through on Super without over leveling your healers and having them effectively become your tanks, I think that it would be pretty difficult to navigate those later battles. Not impossible by any means, or even, you know, really hard. Just it would definitely ramp up the challenge. Okay, so we'll try and lure. Okay, they're not biting, that's fine. Alright, we'll just take a couple turns here to expend her MP, and then we'll egress and then come back, and probably we'll be in good enough shape to just move on to the next battle, probably. Alright, very good. Okay, always save. I remember of a time where I was at my friend's house, and I can't remember what had happened. I think he got in like trouble with his mom or something, and I was just kind of left there hanging. I didn't like. I had, you know, I hung out at this friend's house long enough that I guess that I didn't have to go home. But anyway, his older brother was there, and so he started playing Shining Force 1, and I just kind of was hanging out with him, and I can't remember how far he got in the game. I think he played 3 chapters worth, which is like 10 to 12 battles. He got far, and it doesn't, you know, and when you're playing straight through, it doesn't take really that long. It was like a couple hours, right? And so he was, you know, he made all this progress. I think we started at chapter 2 and we were at chapter 5 where he's at Whirl, and his older sister comes into the room, and I think she was having a bad day, because he was trying to get around this NPC in the town, and he said something to the effect like, "Stupid girl, get out of my way." And his older sister is passing through the room when she hears this, and she thinks he's talking to her, and she immediately, like, just veers to the left or right or whatever. She just veers towards the Sega Genesis console and just like powers it down or just unplugs it. And this kid, to his credit, he was pretty dang chill. He really was. Like, yeah, this like, he didn't get mad, he didn't rage or anything like that. He was just like, "What was that for?" And all that progress was wiped out, you know, and then she yelled at him like, "You said I was stupid." And of course, he arguing his case didn't help. But the point of all of that silly anecdote was that it taught me that you always save your game. Always save your game. Because I was shocked that even though she, you know, might have been having a bad day, I was shocked that she would do something like that. And so, anyway, yes, I always save my game. I always save my game. All right, let's go ahead and heal. And what I will do at the end of each battle before we defeat the, the last monster or the boss, whoever it may be, I will typically just do a cut in the footage just so that we don't have to get every single turn that I'm expending healing items and an MP on screen, because that's just unnecessary. Since there's nothing really going on except everyone is staying in place while Sarah heals herself. Okay, let's go ahead and have Darian just attack. This should get, oh, never mind. I thought it was going to level up Chester. I had not been keeping track of his experience very well. Why are there always oozes in JRPGs, you know? Oozes or slimes or something like that. They're always like the first enemies. Like in Shining in the Darkness, right? You have the green oozes or the first enemies that you come in contact with. Fortunately, in Shining Force 1, there's none of that stuff. There's no oozes or slimes. It's like regular, like enemies that you would expect, right? Enemies that you would definitely expect. But Shining Force 2, it's a little different because, well, the story's different, right? In Shining Force 1, all of your enemies are, well, I should say 99% of your enemies are forces of Runefaust, whether they're the goblins or the dark dwarves, excuse me, whatever it may be. And oh, he already held him. And there are, some of the exceptions, like the zombies outside of Mana Arena are technically it was Mana Arena sending out their couple of their mages and the zombies to like defend them because they weren't sure who we were. They were having a little bit of a case of stranger danger going on. But either way, the enemies are all from like the Runefaust army, and and so they were designed accordingly. Shining Force 2, since not all of the enemies are from the Devil Army, which we know eventually is the main antagonistic force that we will be fighting against. Excuse me. Some of the enemies are like these, I guess, natural enemies. I don't know what you would want to call them, but it's like these, like a huge rat and an ooze. I'm not sure that they're really part of the local fauna, but at the same time, they're not part of the Devil Army. And it seems like when that happens, when in JRPGs they have to include enemies that aren't part of like your dark forces or evil forces, they're like, let's throw in some oozes. Let's just throw in some oozes. Alrighty, so at this point we'll just kind of hang out here and heal, because I don't think those guys, they're not going to come down here. And then I think, let's see, check level 5. I think we're okay to advance, but I'm kind of wanting to egress just one more time. Yeah, well, all right. So we'll go ahead and we'll expend all of her MP. Then we'll egress, and then we'll play through this one more time. Same, and then the same thing, and then we will we'll pass the battle and go into Yeel. So, we'll go ahead and do a quick cut in the footage. Alrighty, so now we are on our last heal before we will egress, and then we will, just rinse and repeat the battle, and this next time we'll beat it. Alright, here we go. Alright, so Sarah is on level 7 now. Another thing about over-leveling Sarah in particular, she gets her blast spells, which, while they're not terribly powerful, which was a shame, the blast spell in Shining Force, or Shining in the Darkness rather, since it wasn't in Shining Force 1, but Shining in the Darkness was that it was a good spell. But in Shining Force 2, they severely nerfed it, and they made it so it wasn't nearly as useful or effective as it was in Shining Force 2. And I didn't, I don't, I wouldn't have, excuse me, I wouldn't have, words are hard, excuse me. I wouldn't have expected it to be as powerful as necessarily Blaze or Freeze or Bolt. But yeah, it's just so lackluster. However, when you think about the fact that magical spells in this game are generally lackluster, it tracks. Think about Blaze 4 when you get it, typically with Kazin, if you decide to go the route of Wizard with Kazin. Blaze 4, it can't one-shot anything. It can't kill an enemy in a single hit. It's not nearly like Blaze 4 in Shining Force 1. And this was a... and this, I don't know, I think that the development team, they had good intentions because, they didn't want Shining Force 2, or they didn't want magic to be so OP in Shining Force 2 like it was in Shining Force 1, because anyone who's played Shining Force 1 knows that your offensive magic users like Tau and Henri and Aleph, they are, they have superiority on the battlefield because they can just nuke so effectively with their spells. Especially the way like the enemies set themselves up into very strategic clusters that allows us to just decimate their ranks essentially. So anyway, in Shining Force 2, they thought, well, let's scale it back a little bit, and it didn't work so well. It really didn't. So now, it's, magic users in this game, nice, defense by 2, very good. Magic users in this game, especially pre-promoted, are, mediocre at best. And in fact, I think we only get one. Kazin's our only mage, right? Yeah, Kazin's our only mage. So it's like, the development team really didn't want the player to have just magic users in the party. They got rid of healers, or didn't get rid of healers so much as they made it so in the early game there were no, let's see, you're already level 6. In the early game they made it so you would have only one healer, one mage, and that was it. And you would have to rely on your fighters to do everything else. But anyway, but it's fine. It's not a bad thing necessarily. It's just an adjustment in let's see, HP by 1, 1, 1, 1. Not a great level. All right, so this this battle is pretty much licked. Put you right there. Doesn't really matter where we put you guys. And I'm avoiding the paths, as you can see, because they do give me a 0% land effect. So if I get attacked on those, then I take full damage from enemies, which right now it's not a big deal because we're strong enough that they're not really doing any damage besides 1. The huge rat might do 2, let's see, 46. We'll have, yeah, we'll just let Jayha take out the ooze all by himself. Alright, level 8, fantastic. Another reason why we want to overlevel our healers, or our healer. Oh crap, nice hit, Jaha. Or Jayha. I don't know what's the correct pronunciation, I don't remember. I should pull out, I could pull out my old, the Japanese, pronunciation guide. Or like what their names were in Japanese. Excuse me. But anyway, I've heard it said Jayha, I've heard it said Jaha. Does anybody really know? Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, let's go ahead and we'll make a cut once again. We'll cut out so that we can expend all of our medicinal items with Sarah, and then when we cut back in, we will. Let's see. I'll leave her with her last 2 heals, just for good measure. But yeah, when we cut back in, we will be done with using all the medicinal items, and we will then move up to the northwest and take out that ooze and giant rat, and continue on with the story. Alrighty, so Sarah is now level 9. She's used all of the everyone's healing items. And so now we are ready to go up and defeat the ooze and the giant rat. I think I started to say something about overleveling healers that I didn't finish, maybe. Anyway, and the thought was, another reason among the many why I overlevel my healers is that, well, it's just Sarah. I need to just stop saying healers and just start saying Sarah. I overlevel Sarah because of how in her unpromoted state, sometimes when she levels up, she doesn't get a statistic. Like sometimes she won't get agility, sometimes she won't get attack, which is fine, but sometimes she won't get defense, and that's pretty crucial. Getting defense is defense and health for her is the most necessary thing, besides, of course, building up her MP pool. But nice hit, Jayha. Alright, HP by 2, fantastic. And defense by 2. Nice. 2-1-2-1. That's what we want for Jayha. Alrighty. Let's see. Do we want to get the Mithril and Power Water? No, not yet. I don't want to clog up our bags. But anyway, the Mithril that's right here that we will get later, that's the Mithril that I was talking about in episode 1 or 2, that I accidentally found by myself, which sent me on this obsessive, insane quest to find all the Mithril in the game. Welcome to Yeel. Well, thanks. Anyway. Hey, healing seed. Very nice. This village is peaceful but boring. I'm tired of living in such a rustic, small village. Why is everybody so against a peaceful and boring life? You know what? I love to have a peaceful and boring life. Don't torment my hen. Okay. I guess if it's a young person. There are no soldiers, no rules, and no noise. I don't understand those who want to leave this town. Yeah, amen to that. They don't know the value of peace. War is not fun, but they think it is. There we go. Oh, hi, kids. Howl? Yes, I know him. He's famous, and he's kind of a screwball. He lives northwest of this village. You can't miss it. Okay. An old piano. What? Many Gallum soldiers asked where Howl lives. How? Why is he so important? He's just an old man. Oh, he is far more than just an old man. But oopsies. but he's remained, he's been able to remain pretty anonymous, low profile these last many years. Mr. Lemon is the leader of the army, but he is very kind. He's so cute. Yeah. Why would I know your son? Civilizations and ecology. I mean, aside from the fact that, there's only 10 NPCs in town, that's irrelevant. Alright, let's go ahead and save up. Alright, let's say... shall we go ahead and end it here? Yeah, let's go ahead and call the episode here, and then in our next episode, we'll go up to Yeel with our favorite mage, and then we'll just do the next 2 battles subsequently in the next episode. So until our next episode, we will take a rest and say so long for now.